7, 8, 9, 10.
No.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Guys, sorry.
First off, we just
stop. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excellent.
Stop what you're saying. How are you?
And this is La Podcast. First off, why don't
Truly?
we flip back, reverse it. It's This is La Podcast. That is Gabby Bryan.
I think I'm having a panic attack.
There's too many things going on. We have too much shit
I'm wearing,
to update you guys on.
It's true. I'm wearing a little
You are wearing like a
thing.
deconstructed patchwork look.
Exactly right.
You deconstructed patchwork.
You know the movie Nightmare Before Christmas?
Obviously.
Christmas.
Christmas.
You know
Christmas.
the Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
You know the girl
Yeah.
in it, Sally?
The patchwork girl. She is different canonically from the Corpse Bride, right?
Yes.
Completely
Or did she
Same
have-
director, different.
Okay,
Exactly.
Well, that's just uncreative, if you ask me.
Uncreative.
I'm calling Tim Burton uncreative.
But you know that girl.
Yeah,
You know
of
that
course.
girl,
Well,
that
for Phil.
chick.
Yeah.
You know how she's still looking amazing, even though she's all sewn up, patched
And
up?
full of leaves.
Yeah.
That part I really
That's how I
remembered.
feel right now. Even though I'm filled with leaves and trash and Plan B, I feel like on the outside, I'm looking amazing.
I look really good too. I think my outfit screams guy named Wheeler, guy in the classroom who goes, "Hey, teach! This
Ew.
pop quiz is gay." But it's okay because then you find out later in the story that I'm gay.
That you're gay and
Yeah.
it was all like a,
It was all I
Deflection.
have yet to do the shadow work, which I will do in college.
which I will do, of course, in college as an international business major. That's Zach.
That's Gabby Bryan. And first off, guys, you might be sensing a
We're on the
chaotic
third
energy.
first off.
First off, and
That's
just
Lizzie.
one more thing, Lizzie.
I'm here.
That's
I'm
Lizzie.
here. I'm
That's
Lizzie.
Lizzie. Guys, we are coming in with an energy that can only be described as catastrophic. Okay.
I feel sick to my stomach. You
I
see?
feel great. Why
You
do you feel
do?
sick?
Oh, I don't know. I just said that.
Oh, well, it is the middle of the night for you. See, wow. We don't
I'm
even
jet
know
lagged
where to
because I've
begin.
been in the United Kingdom, you see.
Ooh.
And before that, Europe, even though that's the same thing, but they love to forget that.
I think the viewers who are watching in the visual medium, we need to address the elephant in the room.
We're in a new studio.
We're in a brand new studio.
We're in
okay?
a nice studio. Now, we've been doing this podcast for years. And by years, I mean 6 months.
We've had 5 different homes.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
But in the zeitgeist of you and I podcasting for 5 years,
Yes,
we have
yes.
done this podcast in so many godforsaken basements.
So many basements.
So many dungeons.
so many guys' apartments, which has a very certain smell and aesthetic.
And color.
And color palette.
Yeah. Oh, you know the color of the
It's
towels.
all the gray teals and stuff. Yeah.
So upsetting. So we've been doing this basement, literally, this podcast, literally under martial law for so long. And now we're in this gorgeous, stunning, exposed brick studio.
It literally with a purple glow to boot. Okay. So why don't you get in the mix? Okay. The podcast is going places.
The podcast is going places. We're in 4K now, bitch. Suck my ass.
Suck my ass. iPhones be gone. Okay.
Lizzie's mad at us.
I'm not mad.
So
I'm just
do you want to
worried.
give a quick overview? How do we even do this? Lizzie has something to say
Go.
about her life. What happened to her
Oh, Lizzie,
recently?
We're not starting with
we're
me.
we're not starting with
Lizzie's accident.
Not starting with
Sorry,
that.
Lizzie,
Start with fun stuff.
and then we'll get there.
And then
So
we can talk
okay,
about it.
we've done an episode. Have we done an episode back in the United States?
No, we haven't done an episode
Well-
since Edinburgh, Scotland.
Literally, God bless America. We're happy to be back.
Look at me. Thank literal God I'm home.
I love this place.
I've been away for 39 days. I couldn't be more of a God honest Republican right now. I'm not. But here's the thing, I'm not.
I will say being in Europe for a certain point, because everybody is lightly razzing you for being an American.
Yeah.
So like
And then you fight back with the
I'd be
stereotype
like,
a little
"Well,
bit.
Yeah, what's playing right now? Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Yeah, so you know what I
So
mean?
it's weird.
It's weird that you have a lot to say. Okay, but you love this song.
Here's what I hate about Europe.
Go.
And to be clear, I love it. I had the time
We
of
wanna
my
move
life.
there.
I want to move there. I want to
We
move
want
there.
that place to be our home.
I
Yeah.
want that place to be my bitch, even.
Yeah.
I had sex with 2 guys, count them, 2 guys, and this is coming off of an intense dry spell, which we all know.
Which I mean, it is actually that's sort of like we there could be a whole segment of the podcast would be your dry spell.
My dry spell was like 27 weeks in a row, I think.
What's that like in factories? And it's like it's been 0 days since someone's been injured. You know what I mean? We've been having one of those in the studio for
It's honestly true. So I had sex twice. Where was I going with
with the
this?
same guy.
two different guys. The ugly guy, which we mentioned in the past.
That clip went viral. Hope you didn't see it.
God, wait. That clip talking about the ugly guy I had sex with who did parkour went viral on every app, every platform. It went viral, and I blocked him. But at this point, he's gonna see it.
He saw that 100%.
No doubt in my mind, he saw that.
There's no way in hell he did not see that.
I'm gonna get a letter in the mail with a severed finger in it, and it's gonna say I can't do parkour or even enter into the world of breakdance anymore because I cut off this finger because you hurt my feelings.
Who saw the clip will probably like, this is the girl you were hooking up with. They're definitely seeing the clip.
Or they're hiding it from him.
Yeah. You wrecked that guy's life,
his
but
ass.
for a good cause. This podcast.
In the name of comedy. And then I had sex with a comedian.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to do. I tried to have sex with a comedian, but I just had group sex when I was in Europe.
You're always trying to outdo me. And you always do, to be clear.
I want to be very clear. I do not always outdo you. That is so not the truth. And it's the same conversion. It's like the pound to dollar.
That's
like, I
so
had sex
true.
with 5 gay guys. Okay. That's like 1 comedian, 1 parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine were all DJs and young professional gays. You know what I mean? The conversion.
Mine were
true.
both broke idiots. I did make the ugly guy do a backflip though, and that makes him hot.
Yeah, I mean, no, but yeah.
So I was in Europe for 39 days, and the entire time I said, take me home, take me home, take me home. As much as I had the best time of my life.
I will say now that we're not under the Queen's regime now, can I finally say it? Okay.
I don't know.
Now that we're finally on our own,
Yeah.
the food sucked there.
The food
was the worst shit in the world.
Lizzie, they don't have lettuce in Europe. Did you know that?
I've been.
I know.
I don't know
Do you
if you've been
remember?
to Europe.
I don't know if you've been to all of Europe. There's no lettuce.
They totally have lettuce in the other European countries.
Not the places we were romping
Not
around.
just the UK.
Not the
Cities
UK.
you were in.
The UK is so different than Europe. I
It
can't
isn't
believe
Europe.
that Europe, I mean, they did the right thing. I mean, if you reverse it, Europe kicking the UK out, that feels right.
Yeah.
Because the fact that they can claim the brand of Europe is so wrong.
But it is so obvious that America came from the UK and not from Europe, right?
Yeah.
Because like we would be a lot more Montreal, you know what I mean?
The Montreal
if we
of it
came
all.
From Europe. Okay?
So true.
We so came from bangers and mash. Okay? America is just one big plate of bangers and mash.
It's true.
So hi.
Hi.
So should we jump into our
I'm calming down now.
We're a little crazy today.
Yeah.
I'm calming down.
You know what I feel like? You're calming down.
Hell yeah.
Everything's going to be okay.
So do we want to jump in just straight into an old-fashioned segment, or do you want to keep reviewing your life? I guess I have a lot to say too.
Yeah, no, you could go.
Oh my God, I was in Europe for clinically half the time as
Exactly
of
half.
Gabby. Exactly the
Oh,
half.
third, actually.
Thanks.
Sorry.
One up me. No. And then I went to Connecticut to see my brother Nick get married. Okay.
Why don't you talk about? Have we talked about
the suit?
the decor, and the tone of this wedding?
Okay. I know I can talk in with candor. Because
They don't listen, do they?
there's simply no way any member of my family is listening to this.
I don't know. Your mom joined the Patreon.
My mom, shout out. My mom did
Don't
join
spoil
it. Literally, finally, all of our parents should be on the Patreon. By the way, okay, and siblings. Like that's fucked up. Yeah, but she does not watch. A few years ago, she watched an episode and she goes, "It really goes over my head."
We were like, how? I would say this is going through everyone's legs. Over your head.
These are not big concepts, Mom. I said boner like 9 times last episode. Whatever. So the wedding's beautiful.
But what was everyone wearing? Get to the drama.
Okay, it was a beautiful wedding, totally amazing. You might be asking. It was in New England, like little manor is where it took place, right? That sounds perfect. That sounds gorgina. Okay. What would you wear in a wedding like that? Black and white tux.
Yeah.
It was simple.
Black tie.
It would have looked like Vogue, black tie,
Yeah.
at this New England manor, a little cliff looking at the water. Okay. My brother, the big ass bozo, he is.
He is a bozo.
The big ass bozo, loved the guy. Beautiful ceremony. Literally beautiful ceremony. These suits, okay, I get just a picture in the mail of what it's supposed to be. It is a heather gray suit. It's August. It is deep
you
August.
see, it's August, you see.
A heather gray suit. Okay. Catch this with a black undershirt.
No.
Yeah. Like we're bussers. Okay.
Literally, I chimed in with a haven't you people
no.
ever heard of?
And then a rodeo red tie. A tie that is Ronald McDonald ass Party
Ass
City
bitch.
ass fucking cheap. It looks cheap. Okay. It looked so bad.
What were the shoes is my question.
Black shoes. I mean, I had some loafers. I had some. Of course, I had a pair of crocodile skin loafers lying around, which I threw in, and they perfectly
I saw that you wore those. Who picked those out for you?
You picked those out for me for a separate wedding. We're good.
We're good.
It was great. The wedding actually ended up being fine, and everyone in my family kept being like, "It's not about you. It's not about you." And I hate when people say that
Because I don't get it.
I mean, yes, it's not about me, but like, ew, it looks terrible. We look like Party City mobsters. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
or it was very like
It looks like what was that party thing that was so offensive? Pimps and whores.
Pimps and hoes.
Yeah, pimps and
It
hoes.
was very Casino Royale. I think is a nicer way to say that.
Whoops. It was, of course, pimps and hoes.
Casino Royale, but good.
We didn't call it that in New Jersey.
It was
We called it by its Christian name, Pimps and Hoes. Sex work is work. Keep going.
By the way, no, it was. We looked like we should have Tommy guns and big cigars. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. And it ended up going off without a hitch.
Oh, good.
So it's
How are the? Here's my question, because this is always the best part, and Lizzie's getting married soon, famously. How were the vows?
The vows were good.
Were they handwritten?
They were handwritten off on a piece of paper, which I love, not on a phone. The bridesmaid or the bride of honor, maid of honor, the
Maid of
girl,
honor.
the girl, number one girl,
The top girl.
the top girl. She read off her phone, and before the ceremony, I was like, "You should get a piece of parchment paper. I can print one out for you. Like you should definitely get a piece of paper." And she didn't listen to me. And catch this, while she was reading it, it scrolled up, and she had to be like, "No, let me just sorry." And I'm like, "Way to deflate the energy."
Hey,
You're not getting a tear. Yeah, like
way to ruin the vibe. You want a microphone? Way to ruin the vibe.
with a god mic, everyone's like,
You have one of these, the theater mics.
I didn't nearly have enough to do during the wedding, to be honest.
You had nothing. It had nothing to do with
It
you.
had nothing to do with me. I thought there would at least be a speech that I was going to improv on the spot.
You didn't give a speech?
No, only the best man, I guess, gives a speech.
Oh.
I mean, my wedding is going to be a lot different. I am going to have in ranking of how close you are to me is how long it will be. And so it's like, you get 30, you get a tight 30.
I got 30 minutes.
Gabby gets a tight 30. You also get a tight 30.
Perfect.
So closest friends get tight 30s.
Yeah.
And then as you know, you become more
It'll be
peripheral.
5 hours of speeches.
And then you get peripheral friends, more acquaintances, and we're down to 15, 15.
15 is still
And then the
really
staff
long.
At the wedding venue, they get 5.
Just to see how they think it's going?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then you get the bathroom attendant to be like, what have you heard in the bathroom?
Yeah, one word. And then it goes down to one word. It's gonna be a party. Everyone's
Sublime.
But, no.
my best, one of my best friends, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
One of my best friends, my other best friend other than Zach, I have two.
It's okay.
Her wedding.
I'm reeling with that.
It's
but
okay. It's okay. I caught it. Don't worry. Her rehearsal dinner, she did sort of a round robin energy where there was a wireless mic and everyone who could get up did get up. Anyone who wanted to.
Oh, maybe I should just do that.
And that was nice.
But what if no one gets up and says anything?
Well, what kind of wedding is that?
Knowing your group of friends, they're gonna get up. They're gonna get up.
Lady Marmalade. Like, you better.
Gray old lady marmalade.
So do you want to jump into a segment? What are we doing today?
Why don't you serve? It's been so
It's
long.
been way too long. We didn't even.
I don't
serve in
remember
Europe.
how to do this podcast.
I don't remember either. I think also we're in a new studios.
Today.
We're in Le Studio Nueve. I'm trying,
Really?
guys.
Are you okay?
Really not. Everybody get a grip. Let's do. What are you serving?
I got it. I know what I'm serving.
Okay.
Okay.
Zach, you just sit there and take a breath.
Both of us are going into cardiac arrest. Okay, I'm serving you. You know that specific bob haircut that's like short in the back and then it goes long tendrils?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not Kate +8, but it's like what her sister might look like.
Yeah.
It's almost so far short, so far up in the back that it's
the pretty
shaved
version
a little
of
bit.
it. Yeah.
I'm serving you. What the hell is that? I saw someone walking down the street. You know when you're in the subway, and by street I mean subway. You know, when in your subway and you're watching the people go by like a movie through the windows, the people who are walking away.
Like a movie.
Like a movie.
Mm.
I saw this woman, this bitch,
Get her.
in gorgeous outfit and that hair, but it was light purple. And I said, what the fuck?
Wait, I don't understand. So she had the K+8 make it her hot sister virgin haircut.
Yes.
Virgin haircut.
That's not a virgin,
That
honey.
haircut is not a virgin haircut.
That's giving hand jobs to truckers, honey. That is not a virgin. She was walking. She was in a gorgeous, even chic outfit, and she had a light purple bob, 2-length bob haircut.
Oh my God.
It was so honestly fucked up. And that really shocked me back into New York City, where I'm like, anything can happen in the city.
Yeah, I had a different kind of situation that shocked me back into New York City, and it involved Lizzie. But we'll
get there. We'll stop blowing your load.
I'm just saying.
Everyone's dying to know what happened to Lizzie.
Let's talk about what happened to me.
I'm setting scenes.
This is Gabby's serve.
It's crazy for me to serve this, and then for you guys to serve what you're gonna serve.
Another thing. You go.
I'm serving you an endless ocean.
Mm.
The waves are crystal clear, and in the ocean you see a lush sea life. You see a megalodon. They're not extinct. You see a mermaid. You see a drowned body.
Hell yeah.
You see a bunch of like golden rings of like marriages past, you know, that are washed out to sea.
Like in like cruises when they get into a fight and they're like wealth and they throw the ring.
Yeah, well, I don't even want this anymore.
No,
that
my Nano's ring. It's always
it's like a rare ring with a story behind it.
Yeah.
I'm serving you. In those waves, there's coins of wishes tossed.
Wishes past.
That
have come and gone.
there's like a guy, like the old fashioned scuba gear that was just like a big metal bulb on a man's head.
Yeah.
There's one of those.
Like the one that has like the window in the front.
Yeah, what was going on there?
I mean, I think we should honestly bring those back.
Why?
I thought they looked cool.
They did look cool. They did look steampunk.
They look steampunk. And now what do they wear? Like, honestly, leggings to go scuba diving now? If you think about it. Like
literally Lululemon to go
like,
deep sea diving. Wait, what was that movie with Paris Hilton that was all about plastic surgery?
House of Wax?
No. We used to be obsessed with this really random movie with Paris Hilton.
Oh, Repo Man.
Repo Man. Have you ever seen Repo
the
Man?
genetic opera.
Yes, the musical. Yes.
She
really
crushed that role. She crushed that role.
If you haven't seen Repo Man, do yourself a goddamn favor. It is a steampunk musical. Bad. Starring Paris Hilton and the daughter from Spy Kids.
It's
about plastic surgery.
It's about the future dystopian where you get plastic surgery, but no one can afford it because everyone's poor. So then if you can't pay your payments on your body parts, guess who comes to knock in?
To knock in.
The Repo Man. And he takes it back.
He takes it right off. He literally cuts your tits off and you die, right?
Tits off. Right.
See, here's my question.
Also, I have to say, it's just Repo because Repo Man is a different film.
What's Repo Man?
Repo Man is starring
Jude
Emilio Estevez. It's like an 80s film. I was like, this is Repo! Exclamation point. The genetic opera.
They're going to go to Repo Man and be like, this is not.
I just don't want our
Paris
listeners
Hilton
going to watch Repo Man.
movie.
It's not the same movie. Sorry.
Sorry, I always confuse him and who did you say? Danny Trejo? Who did you say?
I said Emilio Estevez.
No. Who's the guy in it? Isn't Danny Trejo in Repo Man?
Who's Danny Trejo?
He's that guy, that actor.
Let me see if Danny Trejo is in. I know who Danny Trejo is, but I don't know if he's in Repo Man.
No, Repo.
Or sorry, Repo.
We're
guys.
Wait.
You guys.
He's in Spy Kids as well.
He is in Spy Kids.
He's the uncle.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's really ugly, but he's also really hot.
Yeah.
You
he's
can't,
ugly hot.
He's ugly hot.
You can't pin him down.
You cannot pin him down. Is he married? Can you Google if he has a marriage and children?
I bet he is fully married.
He'll be on this podcast.
He would do it.
He also has a taco person.
He's been married and divorced. Let's count it 4 times.
That's exactly right. Because that's an ugly hot guy's behavior.
Yeah.
Hot ugly is married for life. Ugly hot is married, divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced.
That is such a good point.
It's
hot
true.
Ugly is married for life.
Married for life.
They like find someone. They both
Adam Driver.
Oh my God. Well,
Married for life.
Is he married for life?
Yeah.
Can we fact check that?
Well, he's been
for life.
Time will tell.
Wait. Speaking of
some
married for
marriages
life,
aren't forever.
Oh, we're
Sometimes
going there?
diamonds are not forever. I'll tell you what.
can we talk about it now?
Well, let me
of
serve
course.
first.
You go serve, and that was actually a sneak peek to our big topic.
There's 3 big sneak peeks that we've been dropping.
I love that neither of you could stay on the segment that we're on.
We just haven't done what are you serving
I
since
know.
before.
I don't remember how to behave anymore.
I don't. Well, you're jet logged.
I'm jet
You're jet
logged.
logged. Okay.
Oh, one last thing in the ocean: dolphins.
Hey.
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 And you know when you're sitting, there were dolphins in Queens the other day. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's been happening.
There were dolphins in Queens.
That's a red flag.
That is a red flag.
That's almost like it seems fun at first, but then it's like, oh, why are they displaced?
Why are they here?
Yeah, why are they
Yeah,
displaced
yeah.
here? That's the same thing as in Connecticut, where I'm from. Shout out. There's all this new algae that's coming in from the ocean, and it's bioluminescent. So when you slap the water, it like turns blue, and everyone's like, "This is so amazing." But then you look online, and it's like, "Oh yeah, because the ecosystem is in peril." They say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but hey, slap the water, turns blue a little bit.
Have
Get
fun.
in the mix.
Have fun.
It's fun.
That's so true. When we saw those dolphins in Queens, everyone was like, "Yay!" But are they? It's giving refugees. Like
yeah,
what's
these dolphins?
What's going on?
I'm surprised we still have dolphins, to be honest.
Go into that.
I'm kind of like I'm happy that we at least still have those.
I don't think they're in duress anymore.
I just assume every animal is in duress.
Well, yeah,
Every
including
population
us.
of animal is in duress. They're all about to be extinct.
You know what's not in duress? Those bugs.
Oh, those spotted lantern flies.
Lantern flies.
All other animals need to really take a page
from
from the spotted lantern
their
fly.
their vibe where it says, "Hey, I'll be here."
I'll be here no matter how hard you try.
No matter
and
how
I kill them.
I kill the shit out of them.
You should see outside my gym. It is like a war. It is like a war zone. Okay, it is so fucked up.
What blows my mind about them is that when you go to kill them, they jump at you. Dolphins should be doing that.
Yeah.
When they go to get caught, they should jump at the
you.
people. Whoa!
Fine. Stay.
Dolphins do rape human beings, though.
That
Did
is
you know
the
that?
thing. That's like kind of always.
That's true.
Do you want me to Google it?
Whenever you look
I
at
have-
Lizzie,
I wanna
it's
Google that.
Google.
I have heard this, but I don't know if it's real or not.
It's
King of the
100%
Hill-
true.
King of the Hill did a whole episode about
well,
it.
that must be. Then it must be
it
true.
must be real. King of the Hill did a whole
What's
episode.
King of the Hill?
You don't know propane and propane accessories? You don't know that?
How dare you
Bobby.
How dare you describe the show as you don't know that show? Propane and propane accessories.
Boomhauer. You don't know that? Dale.
No.
Bill.
No.
Peggy.
Not Peggy.
Luann.
Luann.
You don't know that shit?
The name Luann rocks.
It rocks.
I don't know what you're saying, but I want to
you know
go
it.
with it. You know
Just
what I mean?
Look up a picture of King of the Hill.
Yeah,
and
the fact you know King of the
you
Hill.
know what it is.
Guys.
Bobby. Get-
Propane and propane accessories.
he works for the Strickland gas company.
It sounds like you're doing a bit that we made up.
No.
It's like this. You know this card. It's
Oh,
been around for decades.
I've never watched that.
Well, no, of course
well,
not.
of course, it's not for
But
girls.
it's not for girlies, but you know it.
Not a single
I've never
girl-
watched that.
Not a single girl in history has ever watched that show. Okay.
I watched 3 episodes of Bob's Burgers against my will once.
Oh, did a guy make you do it?
Yeah, obviously.
That's so fucked up when a guy makes you watch cartoons.
I
after
think
you've
you
had
could
sex.
honestly meet to a guy if he makes you watch 3 animated TV shows in a row.
Even if it's Rick and Morty, it's only 1 episode, and then it's an assault. Okay, yeah.
I mean that.
I think that's fucked up. Luckily, with gay hookups, we're never sitting still long enough for someone to put in a movie. The second the event or like a TV show, the second we like have sex and it's over, I'm like, I gotta go. I
I gotta go.
If I stay around, I might get to know you even a little.
I couldn't imagine.
Aw.
There is something about a straight man when you enter his home, and I don't even want to call it that. I want to call it a spider hole.
Yeah.
No matter how old they are, it is a spider hole.
A cave,
Okay?
yeah.
There are no hinges on the doors.
Mm.
Ever. Now open your eyes to that next time, ladies, you go into a man's home. Look at the hinges on the doors, look at the hinges on the cabinets, and tell me that man hasn't commit murder a few times.
Like I also, there's a thing about men's apartments that I've noticed is men's, like the dish towel game in men's apartments is macabre. I'll even commenting on my own.
Yeah.
I have one of my dish towels is just a white tank top.
No.
I just like, it had spots on it. So I was like, I'm just going to make this a dish towel. I was going to cut it up into squares, but what's the point? It still works.
Not wiping down your plates with a thing with sleeves.
No, the white tank top, the ribbed tank tops.
It doesn't have sleeves. That makes it better.
You're right. You're right.
It's even less material.
The fucked up thing about Zach is that he claims he's gay, claims it.
just shook her head. There's no way
because
that's true.
you live like a boy.
Yeah,
like
catch this. Gay guys are guys.
Toxic.
No, they're not. It's
No, they're
only
not.
you. Zach's home.
My room is nice.
Thank God we don't have to go there on a regular basis anymore. No offense.
Truly.
No, hey,
Truly.
this could not come out now.
Thank God it's coming out now because we're safe.
Because we're
And
saying
It's
you
like
never
when you-
have to return.
Never.
I mean,
never.
I'll never go over again.
It wasn't so bad. Yeah, the stairs were always covered in spider webs. Okay, every time, no matter how many times I wiped it, once the spider webs always came back.
Also, it couldn't have been more half painted for 3 years.
Well, I'm not gonna finish. I don't wanna. See?
There's also always like in a straight men's apartment, there's always like broken down like furniture. Do you know what I mean? Like wood. There's like a lot of wood planks.
Yeah, it's a lot of like inspo for things that should become furniture. It's
Yeah.
a lot of mix match.
It's like planks and like like metal piping, but it's sort of like half built in a corner for 7 years.
Well, I think I just have stuff like that, like half finished projects around the house because I have trauma. Because before my parents got divorced,
Don't start.
My dad half built a treehouse and then they got divorced. So for like literally 7 years, I'd look out and I'd be like, "Ow,
Dang it.
rats!"
Rats, I don't have a dad or a
That would've
treehouse.
been really cool.
He couldn't have just finished it and then left.
Yeah, you could come back and finish it. You don't have to go. That has nothing to do with mom. Okay,
That has nothing to do. That feels like it's about me.
You should
That feels like
finish
that's about
the
me.
treehouse. And then eventually we take down the half-built treehouse, and I'm like, no, we should have made it a full treehouse.
I'm so sorry.
It was. I mean, they took it down when I was like 19, so it's like, I guess I'm like, my treehouse era is over. But don't
You
put
could have
limits on
finished it.
yourself.
You could have finished it.
I think what should have happened were me and my brothers should have finished it ourselves. And
Yeah.
that would have been doing the shadow work.
That would have been doing the shadow
in
work.
live time.
But
yeah.
teenage boys don't do shadow work.
I was too
They
busy.
punch holes into walls and they
Oh.
stabbed couches. And
And our drywall was
Ooh.
Swiss cheese.
I
I'll tell you what.
remember my twin brother took my stepmom's
Stepmom.
took
Been in
my
Europe for too long.
stepmom's cell phone, looked at her and went like this and broke it in half. And I was like, oh,
That's pretty badass.
it was awesome.
That's so cool.
He was in so much trouble.
His
He
ass
had
got
bad
grounded.
repercussions. Okay, what are you serving?
I'm serving you
What are you serving?
I'm serving you, Gabby,
Yeah.
on a plate. You're at a hotel and you're like, I'm peckish. Okay.
I'm peckish.
I'm peckish.
I'm peckish.
Okay, so ding dong, you read the bell service or the ring service, or you ring the
What are you saying?
the service
Room
that brings
service.
you food, room service. Okay.
Ding
And
dong, you ring the bell
ding
service.
dong. Ding dong, hello, you've read the bell service. They're all on drugs.
Hello. You've read the bell jar.
You've read the bell jar. One swear is $1. And it's like, what? That's what I'm feeling. I'm in a hotel where they're all pranking you constantly. That's what you're paying for.
Prank hotel.
Yeah. Write that down, Lizzie.
Write that down, Lizzie.
Lizzie,
Oh my
write that
God.
down.
A prank hotel for a future business.
A future business where everything.
Prank hotel?
Everything is sliming you. Like you
Oh
open
my God,
up the mirror, it slimes you.
It's like a escape room kind of, but you stay there.
But it gets your ass.
But it gets your ass.
But it gets your ass. And there'll be different themes. Like there will be the slime room where every single cabinet you open slimes you.
Yeah.
Remember that one episode of Drake and Josh?
Yes. I know exactly what you're going to say.
where that girl was playing both of them, and then there was like the gag of like the paint spraying on her. That, but an entire hotel room, everything does it. The complimentary soap, you open it, it squirts you.
It's all slime.
It's all slime. Okay, and then there's another the trap door room where every time you think you're safe, it opens up.
Oh my God.
And you fall down into like a big like ball pit, and then you have to like go into
You have
the
to go all the way
elevator.
up.
Back in your room, and
You're like shitting.
whoa! It's crazy. I'm serving you prank hotel.
Yeah.
I'm serving you a brand new year.
Yo.
Because like
Yo.
I've said this in many times in my life, September is the new year. It's not.
I totally agree. It's the school year.
It's the beginning of the school year.
I saw this weekend a 70-year-old man I know was like, it's the beginning of the school year, so I just have to get my stuff in line. And I was like, it never dies.
It shouldn't. I mean,
it's true.
It's true, because summer is your heyday to go crazy. It's back to work, bitch.
Bitch.
It's back to work. Get your binders in order. Green for science.
Literally dividers. Okay. Get your dividers labeled.
Oh God, going back. I went to Staples when I was home with my mom because we needed hooks to hang lights for the wedding. Okay. It was crazy. And I saw like a few grown men like look at my mom and be like,
yeah,
and
your
they were
mom's
with
a
their
10.
families.
Your mom's a 10.
I know, but I was like, sir,
this is my mother.
this is my mother, and those are your children, and you're really gonna do that?
Men will always be looking. That's what you know.
I'm afraid to have
That's what
one.
you know.
I'm afraid to have one because they always be looking.
They always be looking.
Oh.
You be looking.
I know, but he can't. Okay, yeah.
You have to let that go. They'll just be looking.
I know.
Okay, here's my big question for both of you. Were you a individual binders kind of student or a one big binder with dividers student?
Trick question. I was a 2, and I always connected history and English shared a binder, and science and the other one, math, always shared a binder.
Really? But what about your electives?
Separate folders, bitch. Like
Those were crumpled up pieces of paper in the locker.
Yeah. Well, no, those were all separate. Then I had one that was just for the like tertiary subjects, but for the main 4, I would have that.
Lizzie, go.
I was one big binder, but sometimes like there were certain grades where they would like tell us how we had to organize our stuff, or we had to have like a single like notebook for the one class.
Jeez, what was this?
So I was like honey,
Nazi Germany.
What the fuck?
South, baby.
You have to do this. Like
have to do this?
Yeah, so I'd
you're
have
from the
Apples
South.
off the table.
one big binder and then corresponding notebooks that I would have to
Notebooks?
Yeah.
You never had a
Like
spiral notebook for every class?
Hello?
To
No,
take
I
They
your
don't have
notes?
those in New Jersey.
We didn't have that in New Jersey. We had iPads, darling.
Oh my
Just kidding. I got an
It
iPad for
didn't
the
come
first
out
time at
when we were
29
in
years old.
school.
No, I had loose leaf that was in the binder.
That's crazy.
But
loose
eventually I
leaf
had
with
both.
the rings.
Yeah. And I had a hole punch in my binder.
Oh, that's too much.
You, girl, were thinking of brand new shit.
I was a brainiac.
She was a girl in STEM.
I would have a binder and then a spiral notebook inside the binder. That was separate.
That feels like
Too much?
church and state. That feels, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I had a composition notebook and a binder.
Hated those.
I loved those. Ned's to
Or
Classified
did you
School
just not
Survival Guide.
understand them?
That's true. It's really a matter of acceptance.
Because what is composition? What's the definition of that word?
Well, they didn't have college lined. They had the thick spaces, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, but when you filled up one of those bad boys, you were like, I am an author.
I'm
I've
an
never filled up a notebook
auteur.
in my entire life. You know how many half-dead moleskins I've wrecked? And like half
I get 3 pages in, and I go, I'm gonna type it.
I'm going to type it. Well, I always actually struggle whether typing versus writing is better for your brain, because typing came out typing dropped like 10 years ago. Okay.
That's so true. But I, for the first time in my life, got a joke book, because every comic sits in the comedy club and writes their little jokes in their joke book. And I felt like an idiot on my phone typing all the time.
you're on
And
Instagram.
everyone's like, what are you doing? Why are you texting? I'm like, no, I'm writing jokes. I'm on Instagram and TikTok as well. But then I got a joke book. I wrote a bunch of jokes in it and a bunch of other private stuff. And then I left it at the comedy club. And then I needed the jokes for Europe. So I had to have the manager of the comedy club take pictures of my set that was bad and text it to me.
Stuff.
Can you believe that? Thank God she's a girl.
Oh my! Oh,
Shout
thank
out
God.
Adele.
I did not. I was thinking it was a guy.
Me
That's
too,
why I was so
me too.
scared.
But I've been having night terrors that everyone's sitting around reading my joke book in the green room, laughing and like jerking off and coming on it.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna get back there like.
I swear to God, if that girl allows them, then she's not a girl's girl. Okay.
No, she's a girl. So.
We
No.
do have to move on.
I almost said wrap
If you
up. I
want-
was like, that's like that time
Well,
in Edinburgh when
we're-
we were talking for seemingly 3 minutes, but apparently it was an hour and a half.
No, I will say I was watching that footage and he interrupts you guys like 15 minutes into, like, I don't know what you guys were doing before you started recording, but you really had only been recording for like 15 minutes before he was like, your time's almost up. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then you talked for another 30 minutes. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Something was up.
It
Something
doesn't
was up there.
matter.
It was
doesn't
chaos.
matter. But are you
Let
done
me just
serving?
finish serving. So
Please
I'm serving you brand new school year. I'm serving you that worm that lays in a student teacher's apple, just waiting for it to take a bite. That bitch. Don't be a student teacher on our watch. Okay. I am serving you big, big, big changes. Okay. I am serving you, what's that song? Real colors, and that's why I love you.
And
So don't be afraid
to let them show your true colors. You're picturing Glee, the episode of Glee, right?
No, I just know that show, but I do know that shout out. I'm serving you that scene in Glee. Okay.
Remember Kurt's mouth in Glee? Tragic.
Why did they I have a big bone.
Tragic.
I've got a big bone to pick with Glee. Okay, that's the gay
guy you
the
choose.
gay guy you chose. Come on, have you seen the gay guys they make out there? There's Mach
They're
10s.
hot.
You know what I mean? There's Mach 10s
There's
out there.
Mach 10s.
Okay, there's iPhone X's of gay guys out there all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, and they chose
They always do that. They always pick the ugliest person. What's his the gay
Blaine.
superhero?
the gay superhero.
They always there's something about Hollywood that they say, yes, gay people are hot in everyday life, but in our universe, they're gonna be ugly incels.
I'm so sorry, but for them to make the straight superhero men look like goddamn gay monsters, honestly, they look like gay monsters made in a freak lab
Yeah.
to be gay, to make
Yeah.
gay guys kill themselves. That's
Yep.
literally what they look like. They're not going to make a gay guy who's like equally as ripped. Well, they know, because if a gay guy did look like that,
Mhm.
they would not save people. They would not, they would not do like fight
They'd be
crime.
no.
Nah,
They'd be a little distracted.
they would be in Ibiza getting fucking 1 million guys into second. Okay. But yeah, that's what I would do.
Imagine
if I was a
like Flash as a gay guy.
superhero. Ew.
Running literally getting men pregnant all over this world.
First off, imagine the Flash as a straight guy. Oh, which he is. Ew.
Oh, never thought about that. Literally honking jugs all over. Honk, 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 honk.
Actually, that's actually a good point. Like superheroes are all like canonically are all straight.
Yeah.
Those poor women in those universes.
Well, what's that show about the
The boys.
boys?
It's a
That's
big
so it.
trope.
Yeah.
That show is how they abuse women.
Yeah.
I will say. Moving on.
Moving on to our big segment that you are so excited to talk about.
Okay.
This is actually a huge deal.
Okay.
Sometimes diamonds are not forever.
Sometimes families fall apart.
And sometimes family is the most important thing in the world. So sometimes you stick with your brothers, and sometimes
You let them
what's
go.
the thing? What's the thing that she says in the show? The pack survive. The wolf dies, but the pack survives.
Yes.
Okay, if you guys can understand these context clues, Ponyo.
I think
Okay.
it's burning up in here right now.
Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner filed for divorce 15
Today.
minutes before we started this
Right
episode.
before. Okay, so here's the thing about me and my life. As what can be considered a global citizen these days.
Yeah.
I come as someone who has a passport for the world.
Yeah.
I arrive back
Hello,
in my
America.
country of origin, my city of stars.
Yeah, of
okay. That's a La La Land reference. That sucks.
That sucks. Cut that out.
That sucked. Cut that out.
No
City
La
of
La Land.
Stars. I get home ready to start my life, ready to rejoin my family and my friends, my career. And I get home day one, first day in New York today. And I open my telephone and I go on the internet,
Sure.
also known as the Timmy deep cut.
Who says that?
It's from Fairly Odd Parents. You don't know the Timmy?
I didn't know the internet. I watched Fairly Odd Parents. I don't remember it being.
You don't
called-
know the whole episode where they switch the internet and Timmy, and the internet is called the Timmy, and Timmy's called the internet.
Oh, I do remember that.
I do.
Am I
remember-
like in the middle of the ocean alone right now?
No,
What's
no, no.
happening?
have
You
to
just
say-
went so far back into the Fairly Odd Parent
It's like-
canon
yeah,
that like it took us a
lore.
second to get there. It took a second, but I'm here. I'm
At
there.
least when I brought up King of the Hill, I said his most iconic line, which is propane and propane accessories.
and you did list all of the characters.
If I listen to the name of all the characters, that's gonna easily people can jump onto that.
Wow, I referenced the Timmy like a lot.
Well, we'll have to go
Whatever.
back.
I go onto the Timmy today,
Yeah, okay.
and I see a gift from God. She's real. I see a gift from God, which is Joe Jonas announcing that he's divorcing her.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this about me and my life.
Of course.
Joe Jonas is my number one. I would slaughter a family to have tea with him. He is my sun, my moon, my stars.
Of course.
I saw the Jonas Brothers this past however many months
Yeah.
ago that was, and I was like literally slipping and sliding in this theater, literally like.
I know I got an alert on my phone, flash flood
flood
warning.
warning.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is
like that
happening,
testing noise on the news.
I thought they were forever. I thought Priyanka and Nick were going sooner. Than
Oh, yeah,
goddamn
Priyanka.
Joe and Sophie. They just had a second baby.
Why? Okay, first off, these celebrities, why are they playing my parents and having kids and then immediately getting divorced?
No, exactly right.
Yeah, what are they doing?
And Sophie was just seen dancing at their concert like 2 weeks ago.
Having fun. Well, maybe it's an amicable divorce. Although it did say, TMZ did say,
What is it?
Well, I think that's,
irrecoverable
they have
differences.
to.
Yeah.
They have to-
Irrecoverable
That's like something you have to put on there. Like there's different types of things. Like you have to choose one.
It's
And-
like when you try to cancel a subscription, it's like reason, and you're like other.
Other.
Leave me alone.
Divorce.
Divorce.
yeah.
Um,
It's like when you sent me an edible arrangement just cause.
Just 'cause.
Because it made
you have to pick. You have to
something.
pick.
because of something that happened, and we'll get to
just
that
'cause
later.
something happened. No, here's what I want you to have Joe because I don't want Sophie to have anyone. Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't think I was like today. I was genuinely sitting down thinking, could I manage dating Joe Jonas? Like actually, at this point in my career,
Yeah.
with my follower account, I go, can I finagle honestly a relationship with Joe Jonas? I think I might be able to.
I don't think it's
That
like,
being said, I will never be able to keep it cool, ever. I
Yeah.
can never sit down on a date with Joe Jonas and be like,
you're already there. And you're like,
what's your favorite hobby?
I don't care. Kiss me.
I'm burning up.
What if he's not good in bed?
I just can't believe that's true.
I mean, it's probably
I can
true.
totally believe that that's true.
I think he lays it down. You guys
okay.
haven't seen him in concert.
You're right.
Well, you're right.
You're right.
You got us
The
there.
way he's like in
We
concert.
don't want to upset you.
All right, but like
Every man
that-
who's 5'9" is good in bed, in my
He's
opinion.
5'9"?
That's so not true. What I just said.
that, that case in point. That's
Case
not
in
true.
point. I can't talk about that.
But that's so not true. First off, you're 5'10".
I'm
6
5'10".
foot tall in girl world.
Don't do that.
You're a tall girl.
Yeah, I'm 5'10". I'm not 6 foot tall.
In girl, you are.
No.
That's 6 foot in girl.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I'm just saying you would be down. Obviously, he would want to be with you. But would you be down to date, marry even? You imagine just dating him, you'd kill yourself. You need to marry him
Immediately. Yeah, but then I would have to raise Sophie's 2 children. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the fact that he has 2 babies?
Damn, that sucks. It kind of devalues. I don't want him to have two Game of Thrones babies
What do
that I
we
have to take
think?
care of.
And they could possibly be redheads, which I'm just not interested in.
That's just not my.
That's just not
that's
my
not my life.
my
Yeah.
life. That's not my life.
I don't know.
Wait, what do we think happened? Genuinely,
Well, it said that this is what it said in the report.
what report?
I read the report. I did the dramaturgy.
Oh, you did? You read TMZ?
I read TMZ.
The New Yorker of sorts.
I read the New Yorker of gay, which is TMZ.
The New Yorker of gay is TMZ.
No, so TMZ quote tweeted that the differences between them were he liked to stay at home and she liked to go out and party.
Interesting.
Okay, so remember how I said that I went to that one Fashion Week party in 2000, maybe 13, that Joe Jonas was there?
Sure. Sure.
Do you remember that story I've told? The girls listening are like, I remember that.
Yeah.
I went to a Fashion Week party that Joe Jonas was going to all the Fashion Week parties and partying. And he was smoking weed with my dad. And I was sitting there like this.
Did you talk to him?
I was like, hey.
Gabby, you should have said, you could
I
have
know.
been that.
If you think that's not my biggest regret, was that exact moment of sitting there with so much lip gloss on, I was literally drowning. I was asphyxiating myself. I had so much lip gloss on, it was coming out of my eyes.
All wet and shiny. What's coming out of your mouth? Play-Doh.
I'm from New Jersey too.
I wouldn't say that. Buy a lip gloss.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Would you settle for Nick?
No,
You couldn't.
I couldn't.
You couldn't look at Joe in the eye over, because you know they have like weekly lunches or something lame like that. You know they do.
Who is he gonna date next other than me?
I think that's true. Okay, so girls out there listening,
No, because then he's gonna
flood
listen
his
to
DMs with Gabby's Insta.
Oh my god, that's
What
a
do you
good
mean he's
idea.
Gay?
Do you think?
Not a single one of them is gay. That's not the good odds.
I mean, Kevin's gay.
He's
Nick's
not.
been doing Broadway since he was a baby. He's gay.
I think
Okay.
they've all
Dabbled
their
in the
toe.
dark arts.
Okay, wow. I feel like you guys are revealing you don't know what gay means. Okay, you're like, he's at
I
Broadway.
said he was photographed drinking a green smoothie.
No, I'm saying they may swing both.
Yeah.
Which is not just gay. It's
Oh, do not come back at me.
bisexual.
Okay, say that.
Gabby, say it with me. Bisexual.
Bisexual. They wear short shorts. They're gay.
And they did wear those little like what are those? Those little like strap uppy like things that are, I realize, are not in porn. You know what? When businessmen wear those like garters,
Garters.
Yeah, to keep their socks up or something?
it's to keep their like shirt tucked down
Or their shirt tucked down. I always thought it had to do with the socks.
and
I
the
thought
socks
it was the
up.
socks.
It's both. They connect to both.
Where did you see them wearing these garters?
I mean, it's a huge porn thing, kind of like how like garters for women are in porn all the time. And I'm like, they have a function. I actually also just realized that a jock strap, it has a function, and that's not just a gay porn thing.
No, totally.
I like.
Sports.
There's this big picture going around like gay Twitter, gay X. See, Twitter was just easier. I like saying that.
I
I'm
don't
gonna keep
like
calling it
X.
Twitter. Of like someone like posting a picture of seeing like a football player in a jockstrap, being like, "Okay, zaddy," and everyone's like, "No, he's supposed to wear
No,
that."
that's like a protective.
It's like made for football, not your parties.
Well, remember when I went to the ballet and I was like, why is everyone's dick and balls look so big? And it's because they have cups.
Big
on.
jock straps. So
We have to
here's-
do final thoughts on this.
I'm just saying, I personally don't like Sophie Turner for my own
Why? Why?
reasons. I bet she's perfect. I am still mad about Game of Thrones. I'm still
Wasn't her fault.
It's not her fault, but I'm mad at every one of those actors and I do not support them.
Okay.
I do not support
That's
them.
how I feel. I understand where you're coming from because that's how I feel about Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
But I liked Sophie Turner in Game of Thrones. I loved her track. I love that she became Queen of the North. That was awesome.
Sure. That's
I think that
awesome.
was cool. Emilia Clarke and those godforsaken eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Kill me now.
I'm just saying, okay, I don't root for any Game of Thrones actor at this point, and I know it's not their fault. That's just the cross I bear. Okay. So I feel for her, but I have to, in the end, I have to be like a release hatch. Like,
You gotta go.
you gotta go.
I mean, I love Kit Harington. I think a big part of the reason I was hooking up with that guy in the UK was because he looked like Jon Snow.
A la Jon Snow.
Yeah.
That is true. But
Bless his
so
heart.
Joe, I know you're gonna be listening to this.
Joe, I know someone's gonna send this to you.
Someone's gonna send this to you.
And
These
say,
two celebrities are talking
These two
about you.
celebs are talking about you.
I'll just say my piece.
Say your piece, and I'll say my piece afterwards if you can imagine.
Joe, you could never get me.
Joe,
no matter how
you
hard
could get
you
me
try.
so immediately. You have no idea how easy it will be for you.
I would never in my goddamn life go for you. Okay.
I
See what I'm doing?
will, yeah. I will be going for you. I will be going directly at you, running full speed.
I just think what you do is like lame and not my scene. You know what I mean? Like I'm more like reading poetry in the library. I'm not like Camp Rock or whatever. That's crazy. Okay. Like
I'm
stop.
Camp Rock. Look, I'm Camp Rock. Camp Rock. I'm
just,
Camp Rock.
So
I Camp Rock my ass off, bitch. I'm ready.
So choose. So
No, you're not a Joe. You're a Nick.
I'm a none of them. None of them.
What
are
about
Joe
the
for me.
bonus Jonas?
The child? I mean, he must be 29.
I think he's
at
our
this
age.
point. Can you pull up a picture of what he looks like now?
Who?
The bonus
Frankie.
Jonas?
Frankie? The bonus Jonas?
Because
Sure.
what if the Frankie he rises as the true hottie?
The Frankie.
we're all rooting for him.
Frankie is like cute, hipstery boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's your type. I don't know.
He's not your type.
He's not your type. This is him currently. Oh. Can you see that?
He
He
seems
looks
sweet.
like he's
He
like a
seems sweet.
sweetie.
He
Yeah.
seems
And
sweet.
he has good music out. Frankie has good music.
Does he?
Yeah.
Bless him.
He seems sweet.
Yeah.
Shout
It's
out.
very like George Ezra.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, I'm excited to see Joe's trajectory.
I'm excited to see him tear through the modeling industry.
There's something so unsexual about him to me, to be honest with you.
Really?
And all the Jonas Brothers, I think I was imprinted by their chastity ring thing, but I know that made girls go crazy.
My best friend Tina, who is now getting married this fall, and I love her, was the biggest whore growing up. She,
TM.
before she was a whore, just before, she got a chastity ring for Nick Jonas because we were the biggest fans. She literally got a full chastity ring.
Being like, I will not have sex until
I will not
it's-
have sex. She was like blowing everyone under the sun at that point.
Blowing is different.
And it was a big thing. And me, a virgin beyond belief, was like, I don't want to like restrict myself.
I might fall in love.
I don't want to like just in case
What
no
if
one
Nick
touched me
likes
for
me?
10 years.
What if Nick likes me? Yeah.
Ew, what, Nick touched my ass once at a meet and greet at Giant Stadium. Say it, Giant Stadium.
A giant stadium.
Nick, say
A
it.
giant stadium.
Nick Jonas touched my ass, and I was mad that it wasn't Joe. And I remember driving home with my dad being like, so what? So Nick touches my ass and not Joe? So you're just gonna let that happen?
Dad, turn the car around.
Turn
and
the car
make Joe
around.
touch my
Make
ass.
my Joe touch my ass.
Oh,
Make
you're
my
gonna
Joe touch my ass.
Oh, you're gonna touch my daughter's ass, but not your brother?
What's that about? What's that about?
No, not you, Kevin. No,
Kevin,
no,
go
not
away.
you, Kevin.
Go.
Poor Kevin.
I wish them luck. I wish their children luck. I think those kids can be of any height. We don't know what they're gonna look
Science
like.
doesn't know how they'll end up.
Science could never figure out what they're gonna look like.
I mean, they'll probably be gorgeous. Although sometimes
Yeah.
two positives do make a double negative.
That's
That
true.
is sort of a famous thing in history and in human evolution.
That is true.
Just like two negatives can make a hyper positive.
That is so true.
A positive and a negative. Positive and I'm hammered. A
Hello?
positive and a negative always make a positive.
You lost me.
A positive and a negative having
Yeah.
a child together always makes a positive.
So a hot person and an ugly person having
Always
a baby.
makes a
the baby
hot
is always
person.
hot.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Give me an example.
We cannot
me.
spend 30 minutes on
True.
Literally me.
True.
And then two uglies can make a hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And two hots can have a 50% chance. of
It is
making an
50-50.
ugly.
You're totally right.
You know what I mean? So when two hots get together, it's actually hard. Okay, you're actually rolling dice with fate.
Fate. So good luck.
So good luck.
Good luck, Jonas
brothers?
kids.
Are they the Jonas other brothers?
They are, but something that's really funny to me is Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra's baby looks exactly like Nick Jonas, and like she's like a bombshell beauty, and he's like kind of like a swarmy, pale guy, and the baby girl looks like Nick Jonas now. I'm like, poor kid, just got no color, no nothing. Sad, deeply sad, honestly. So what I want to say is, I think there's a 30% chance I could figure out how to at least fuck Joe Jonas.
Well,
at least.
I believe
really quick. What would be your first game plan? Like, what do you mean? Find out, call his agent
I don't think I would. I
Set
don't
up
think I would
set
bring
up a
reps
meeting.
into the mix?
into the mix.
No reps.
Lizzie, can you contact
I'm
Joe
on
Jonas' agent?
I'm on
What if we
it.
just have him? What if we just lie? We say that this is a music podcast,
Podcast.
so we talk about music, and we have him on, and then
Yeah.
I'll be sick that day.
If we
Yeah,
ever
and he
get
has to
Joe
co-host.
Jonas on the podcast, I'm not gonna tell you ahead of time.
That would be
You're
so
gonna-
funny.
you're
I think
gonna
my
show up.
water would break.
Yeah.
Like-
I think that's the only way for this to work. Is you can't. It's like when you can't be looking for love. It just happens to you. Joe just
Really?
has to happen to you.
You're right. I think that he would meet me, and within 5 minutes, he would literally get a restraining order.
Yeah,
I
against
mean,
called-
you would be
called the
screaming
cops.
so loud that this would be a podcast for dogs. You know what I mean?
Dog whistle, my voice.
It would be the same thing if we had Jason Statham on for me. Okay,
That's so
It's
true.
true.
Sure.
So
We have to wrap.
We have to wrap up.
okay, guys. So this episode was brought to you by Gabby, Brian, Lizzie, and Zach.
This episode was, and we'll admit it, so fucked up. It was all over the place. It was yipping and yapping. And that's going to be it sometimes, okay? So just like our
Gabby,
first
I really
episode
don't
in
think you
Edinburgh.
need- I don't think you need to warn them. I think they know
They
what
know.
they know what
If
they're
they've
getting.
gotten to this point, they know it's been yipping and yapping.
I think
It's
every single
80%
episode
yip
is
yap.
every episode is yipping and yap. What
Yip
else
yap.
is it? What else is it?
What else would you call this?
It's time for wings.
Okay, give me wings, go.
First off,
Wait, you have to, wait.
go.
Are you going to, during Lizzie's wings, are you going to tell everyone what happened?
Then maybe that'll be the extra 10.
Oh.
Oh,
So, guys,
we'll save that for the
There's
Patreon.
something crazy that happened, and if you need to get into the mix, you got to get into the know. You know how to get into
To
the know.
get into the know, you have to go on patreon.com/LaPodcastPodcast to hear what happened to Lizzie and why she received an edible arrangement after the fact. It is a situation shrouded in mystery. And if you want to know what happened, you have to pay $5 a month.
Okay.
Super simple, super easy. There's a bunch of content up there as well. If Lizzie's horror story doesn't,
If it's not good enough,
it's
for
not
you.
good enough for
Well, there's
you.
even a more horrific story of my gerbils. So I think we have
yeah.
3
Yeah.
little horror
When I think of what happened to
Yeah.
me and the gerbil story, I think that's equal. Give
I don't have a good story.
We'll come up with something.
Okay.
it time.
You've had horrible things happen
time.
to you.
Give it time.
Give it time. Okay, here I go. Giving everyone wings, Gabby.
Yeah.
First off, you're back. I love it. When you touched down, I felt like I felt synergy. Okay, because that's what you and me have. We have synergy. I was
So
texting
true.
you the other day, and you were saying I was just about to text you. Okay, that's called
Stuff like that.
synergy.
Stuff like that. Psychic stuff like that.
You look amazing. You are
Thanks.
amazing.
Thanks.
I've been away from you for what can only be described as way too long.
Literally like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I left you alone in London or in Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland, which I'll never do again. by
You
the way.
left me, like, I'm not kidding, alone.
alone with like all these guys.
Alone with all these lads. And yeah, I made friends. Yeah, I made friends out of survival. But you don't understand, when Zach's not around me, I like don't have to make friends because he just does it for me. And then I walk into a conversation and I have best friends already. So the fact that I was having to do legwork for the first time in a long time, thank you.
No problem. That was actually I was for you. I was like, I'm gonna gently see myself out. So Gabby can
I'm gonna
really come
Irish
into
goodbye.
her own. Yeah. Because she's such a wallflower, that girl. I'm like, you are not a wallflower. You are a ground shrub. Okay,
Bitch.
You get in the mix and you tell people what's up.
Boxwood,
Okay,
bitch.
I love you. I
love
your
you.
outfit. Okay,
Thanks.
your outfit is giving.
You love this. I wear this. Every time I wear this, it's because you love it.
I love that patchwork little thing. It looks like I should put some of those little pins in you, and then
Like
it
a
would make the
voodoo
actual
doll.
Gabby go, ouch. You know what I mean?
She's locked up
You're
somewhere.
she's been locked up for years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The real Zach and the real Gabby. It's like what's that movie where they're in
Us.
Us? Yeah, it's like Us, but La Podcast.
I've never seen Us.
It's a movie.
Up?
It's
Us.
not Up. It has
Not
a.
Up.
Well, this is kind of like Up. It's somewhere in the Venn diagram of Us and Up.
I remember watching the trailer for Up and being like, it's a little my vibe. The old
Yeah.
guy going out of his house, I was like, kind of my vibe.
No, I get it.
You get it.
That's the same thing with Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs is definitely in
That's
the
you.
podcast's
That's
realm. You know what I mean? Like,
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is in the canon of La Podcast.
like
Yes.
it's in the timeline.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that has happened.
That has happened in real time.
I am so happy. I'm so excited. We have a lot of awesome things coming, a lot of trips. I can't wait for us. I kept saying when I would see pictures being like, oh, I have FOMO, I'm jealous, but I wasn't jealous. I wanted to hang out with you
Yeah.
and be there with you.
I had to literally do what I had to do to survive, which was befriend people I had no business talking to.
And
Well, they had no business talking to me, I guess is what
you're a hot girl. Any guy, you know me walking through Edinburgh, everybody, I hope you know, Gabby's an Edinburgh 1 trillion. There was guys trying to sneak up with burlap sacks, and I was deflecting them nonstop, okay?
Literally big butterfly nets.
But I wanted you to think you were having a good trip. So it was literally like a slapstick, like right behind you. And I had to be like, it was fucked up. But
also people were coming up to me during this festival saying, did you know that Zack is the most gorgeous person we've ever seen? Wait, did you tell the story of the guys that came up?
We don't have time.
No, we have to tell this.
Okay.
So wait, Zack, you're gorgeous. This is my wings to you. You're gorgeous, and this story really defines it. Go.
Okay, I was walking through Edinburgh. I was alone. My friends were like, come meet us at this bar. And so I was walking alone on the streets of Edinburgh, and a bunch of like 30-something-year-old lad guys came up to me.
Like ready to hate crime,
Like ready to hate crime. And I was like, they were like, one of them was like, oi. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. This is it. And I was like, yeah, what? And he was like the leader of their group, you know what I mean? Was like, you're gorgeous, mate. And then someone from the back like leaned out and was like the Barbie movie. And I was like, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Scotland rocks. I love those guys. Shout out to those guys.
You're gorgeous, mate. Like the Barbie
He might as well
movie.
have had a lantern in his hand.
Like the Barbie movie.
And we love you guys. Wings for you. Guys, we love you. We can't wait to start this new journey in our new studio, our new everything.
Everything's about to be luxurious in a way it hasn't been before. Everything is giving eleganza now in a way that it hasn't before.
Yeah.
The budgets are raised. The stakes are high. We've decided to start dressing better as well on the podcast.
Yeah.
And
I can't wear the same shirt over and over again. Okay?
Exactly. And
It's
Lizzie
like all
gets
the
to sit
clips.
way closer to us now.
I'm so much
and
closer
that's
to you.
awesome.
I'm in
Just
a
off
comfier
camera.
chair too. I love it.
Lizzie, we love you.
I love you.
Doing those 4 episodes in Edinburgh was such a goddamn disaster.
It
without
was a
you.
disaster. We should have had you FaceTimed you in. Not having you in the room when we're doing this podcast, I can't even believe we did it without you in the first place.
I was so proud of what you accomplished.
I can't even
and I
believe
appreciated the apologies.
it. We were apologizing
Left and
profusely
right.
throughout. We need you. You don't understand how much we need you.
How we need you and want you and need you again.
And thank God you're alive.
And I'm alive, and you'll find out why.
Yeah, why that almost
Patreon.
wasn't the case. Yeah, okay.
Guys, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Like us on
Every medium.
Every medium.
Everything.
Go on our YouTube. No one's really on our YouTube other than the worst men I've ever met in my life.
The worst guys
Girls,
who hate this.
I know
Yeah.
YouTube is like not our thing, but I need you to kind of get over there and start battles, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
know
I
we're on
love-
TikTok vibing out, but we need some sort of defense system on YouTube.
And maybe we'll start being on Facebook.
No.
Nah, okay, we're on. No, we're not.
No.
Don't
No.
find our ass on Facebook.
Don't even look for our ass on Facebook. And we're going over to the Patreon now to talk about Lizzie's horror story and adding someone to the Girl Cinematic Universe. Bye.